What's going on, SLS? I'm Veixx the Swole Nerd. Today I'm bringing out day 3 of my training with Chris Hill. You can find him at Official Grind Time Fitness on Instagram. Link is in the description below, as well as all his other information. But as you can see, right now he has me warming up my rotator cuffs. Because let's face it, we're actually hitting shoulders today. So you want to be sure that they're nice and warm. But on to the exercises. The first exercise I'm doing is alternating dumbbell shoulder press. It's going to be a superset with dumbbell side laterals. So on the alternating dumbbell shoulder press, I'm starting with 30s because what it is, we're doing one arm at a time, 8 per arm. So I did 8 on my right arm, 8 on my left arm. Keep in mind alternating. So you do one first and then you hit the other, not straight in a row. And then you do 8 with both arms on that. So you're basically doing 16 reps total. I started with 30 because I didn't know how I was gonna react to this. I don't ever go 16 reps on shoulder press on dumbbells. So I wanted to be sure I can get all the reps first. And then on the dumbbell side laterals, I was using the 20-pound weight. When doing the dumbbell side laterals, he had me have my arms in front of me. Like, I'm used to doing them near my side, but he had them more in the front. So it was a little bit different in that sense, and it made it a lot harder, especially after doing the 16 reps on the dumbbell shoulder press. You could really feel the burn on it. So my 4 sets consisted of 30 and 20, 30 and 20, 30 and 20, and then on the last set I went up to 40 and then 20 again. But I went ahead and did one more set just so I could really feel it. The reason behind that was I felt like I kind of cheated myself starting so low and getting the 16 reps on it. So I went ahead and did one more to make up for not increasing sooner. We're pretty much doing a lot of supersets on shoulder day. So on this one, some of y'all may know this exercise, some of y'all may not, but they're called Dumbbell Supermans. What they work out are your front delts. You want to have them directly in front of you. Don't go super low on them, but don't go super high. Don't start off too high, but go high enough about chest level, and then raise them higher. Raise them as high as you can. Those will work out your front delts, and then those are supersetted with incline side laterals. On this one, I used 20 pounds for both of them, but it was kind of heavy. So I ended up dropping down to 15 on the Supermans and then 12 on the side laterals, which seemed to be perfect for me. So I got 12 and 12, then I went to 15 and 12 again and repeated it one last time. The next exercise we're doing are for the rear delts. They're dumbbell incline rear delts. These ones were actually really cool. You have the dumbbells directly in front of you and picture it like a string is attached to them and pull it apart. You want to keep it as stiff, not stiff, but as straight as possible. So imagine that there's a string on them and you're pulling the string apart. When I was doing these, I was making them touch again. Try not to make them touch. Stop a little before they touch and stop before it hits the very end. When doing these, you want to aim for 12 to 15 reps. So my first set was with the 12-pound weight. I got 12, 12, then I increased to 15 pounds, got 12, and I did one more set for 20, and I only got 11 on that one, so it was too heavy. On this next exercise, I guarantee almost no one has ever seen this, because I have never seen this in my life. I didn't even know what, we didn't even know what to name this thing. I just put it down on my list as a weird lat movement, but it's a lying overhead rear delt pulls. You gotta kind of watch how I do this. It was way different to anything I've ever seen, but I'll tell you one thing, it definitely works. So the first set, we went with 70 pounds. I got 15 reps on it, which was too light. I had no idea how much weight I was gonna be doing on this, so we were playing with it the whole time. So 70 pounds for 15, then I increased to 80 for 15, 90 for 15, and finally 100 for 12. I think 100 was gonna be my sweet spot on that. I should have did one more, but by that time, you could really feel the burn on this. And I guarantee it, if you were to try this out, you'll feel it all up in your rear delts. This is the last movement that we're doing for the delts. They're upright rows. I'm sure everybody knows how to do these, except the only difference is try not to have it as close to your body. Extend it outward just a little bit and then pull up. I started with 60 for 12, went up to 70 for 12, 80 for 12, and 80 for 12 again. I'm not really going to spend too much time describing this exercise because I feel like everybody knows how to do it. for the last exercise, and the only exercise we did for traps, which sounds very little, but I guarantee you, this is an exercise to end all trap exercises. Like, this one was crazy. We actually did a tip video on this, which I'll be releasing probably after this video, where he talks a little bit more about it, so I'll let him explain it. But it's the calf machine traps. Now, I know not everyone has one of these standing calf machines, so an alternative I found is like a Smith machine. But I'm going to go ahead and let him explain this one in the next video, so be sure and check that out. But I started with 120 for 20 reps, 130 for 20 reps. I increased to 140 for 20 reps, and my last set, I got 140 for 17 reps. We were aiming for 12 reps, really, 12 to 15 reps, but I got so used to doing super high reps on my trap movements, I decided to keep going higher and higher on that. This is the only trap movement we did that day. The day after, my traps were on fire, like Jesus. There was a whole new kind of burn for me. But like I said, be on the lookout for that future video. If it's not out tomorrow, it'll be out the next day, or maybe next week probably, because I wanted to devote this week strictly to just my training. Next week it'll have my diet, it'll have little tip videos here and there that we've been recording and stuff. But that was a shoulder and trap routine. If you haven't seen the other two videos, I have a link on the screen for y'all. Back and buys and chest and tries. I'm going to start putting them at the very end of the video, since this is a series. So the video that will be coming out after this will be the ham day. That was a serious ham day. It may not look like it, but it was a serious ham day. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now. I'm Vince G the Swole Nerd, keeping it real, keeping it chill, and I hope y'all enjoyed the workout.